positions. A large contingent from Spokane making their way down here. The Pirate mascot looking for their first national championship, as is that man, Coach Marty Holly of the Albertson College Coyotes. Should be a great basketball game here at Montgomery Fieldhouse this evening. Keys to the game, Sean.
Mike, when you take a look at the keys, 3 for each team. We'll start off with Albertson. They need to get points from the low post area. And specifically, they need to get Jared Clausen involved on the block. You get Clausen involved, the perimeter play will open up. Defensively, you need to stop the dribble drive penetration, meaning Wickers and Williams. When they get the dribble drive, the defense vulnerable, you create opportunities, shoot the 3 well, and they have in this tournament, averaging 10 threes made a game and shooting over 50% from three-point land. There you can take a look at Whitworth, what they're doing. They need a good start. Take the 6th man out of the game, control the boards. Also for Albertson that we tailed off on, keep your intensity. They're a team that if they play 40 minutes, they will provide quite a challenge, but they can't afford a 5-minute lull tonight, as we've seen at times in this tournament.
Albertson will be in the traveling purple. They're located in Caldwell, Idaho, which is just down the road about 8 miles from Nampa. So they have a large hometown contingent here as we get ready for the NAIA Men's Division II National Championship, brought to you by McHugh Sports. You know who, McHugh, and Domino's Pizza. And also brought to you by Jensen Real Estate. Serving the Treasure Valley since 1946, celebrating its 50th anniversary this year with offices in Caldwell, Boise, and Eagle, Idaho. We're ready to tip it off here from Nampa. Jared Clausen up for Albertson, Jeff Arkhill for Whitworth, and the Coyotes controlling the tap. Referees for tonight's game, Jesse Gatewood, Bob Benoit, and Clay Romer.
You'll see the man-to-man pressure, also some different looks and wrinkles defensively from Whitworth.
Archibald tries to go baseline, and Arkhills will pick up the blocking foul. 6'4" senior from Yakima picks up his first personal.
Arkhills, the best defensive player. He's guarded the best offensive player on the opponent throughout the tournament. Just doesn't get over there, moving the feet fundamentally.
Clausen down low on Dunham. Wickers with the board for the Pirates.
Albertson as well will play the man-to-man defense, rare zone. They showed some signs of zone, though, in this tournament a few times.
Jones, who's been outstanding in this tournament, to Wickers, tries a 3 way off, but tapped out by Dunham to Williams. Williams, the dribble drive, shot blocked by Ebright. Jones inside and walked with it.
Mike, it's going to stay loud tonight. It may even get louder when the doors opened an hour and a half ago. And mob scene. Unbelievable, the fan support for both schools.
Williams will try the 15-footer and knocked out of bounds by Ebright of Albertson. Pirates will get it back. Played just over a minute of this championship and still no score.
This is a matter of the first few minutes, feeling out the process, getting rid of the nerves, try to get into your groove, get some continuity.
Dunham, Player of the Year in the Northwest Conference of Independent Colleges this past season. Knocked out of bounds by Clausen of Albertson. 16 seconds on the shot clock for the Pirates.
The Pirates have shown in this tournament they can have an up-tempo type game. They can also slow things down and be methodical.
Dunham for a 17-footer. There's Kalisko on the glass. Albertson out-rebounding opponents by an average of 8 a contest in this tournament.
They've got size, they've got a lot of talent, a versatile ball club.
Clausen open underneath.
One of the keys that we stress, get Jared Clausen involved, especially down on the low block, and that's how Albertson starts their scoring.
Averaging 15 points, 9 rebounds a contest in this Division II national tournament. Dunham inside for the easy hoop.
Dunham, a terrific, versatile post player. He can shoot the 15-footer, he can take you down on the block and give you an option, give you a few moves, and a tough player to guard.
Kalisko fakes the three, dribble drive inside, looking for the foul, doesn't get it as Wickers comes away with it.
A strength for the Pirates. Wickers can take it down the court and finish.
Roman Wickers, his first two, and Whitworth with the lead at 4-2.
The keys we mentioned as well defensively for Albertson. Stopped the dribble penetration, and that's led to 2 scores for Whitworth.
Ebright inside. Can't get the tap. Wickers one more time. Foul going to be called out top on Albertson. Going to be called on Taylor Ebright.
Going for the pump fake. Stay down defensively. Instead, Williams on the dribble drive and gets a little bit of nick there along the arm. But the longer Whitworth can keep the crowd out of it, sustain this effort. I know we're only 3.5 minutes in, but they need to do what they can to sustain the lead.
Did a very effective job in the quarterfinal round over Northwest Nazarene, the home team.
They had a big-time end to the first half, a 14-4 run.
Dunham hits the 18-footer.
Stretching the defense. He can then take it down low, as I mentioned. But 6 straight points for Whitworth.
He shoots 64% from the field. 6-2 in favor of the Pirates.
Damon Archibald still not involved offensively, number 44, one of the leaders for Albertson.
Kalisko inside, walked with it, trying to make the move on Jones. Kalisko, the player of the year in the Cascade Conference. So we have a timeout on the floor. 15:54 remaining first half of play. The Pirates up 6-2. This telecast is authorized under rights granted to Prime by the NAIA and Northwest Nazarene College and is not intended for the commercial use of our viewing audience. Any reproduction, rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of Prime, the NAIA, and NNC is strictly prohibited. Dunham inside with the easy miss off the follow, and Albertson opportunity to cut into that Pirate lead.
Offensively, Albertson really not in the rhythm right now. Kalisko forcing a couple shots, also picking up a traveling call. And Damon Archibald with the basketball needs to be more involved.
Archibald with the three, can't hit it. Kalisko, you see him working inside on the glass with a reverse.
Kalisko, the transfer from Arizona State University. That's a look at Jared Clausen. He's been solid in the tournament, but Kalisko, the scoring leader during the regular season, nearly 18 points a game.
Wickers left side, can't hit it, and it's Clausen with the board. Pirates coming out shooting well, shooting just under 60% so far in the first half. Williams hits the bucket and draws the foul. Todd Williams goes to the line for a chance to make a three as the foul called on Nate Williams of Whitworth.
Todd Williams, we got the report before the game. His ankle, the right ankle, so sore and tender, but still the explosiveness. You go into the defender when you know he's not set, create the contact, knock it down using the glass. A terrific free throw shooter as well, Williams is on the season.
Completes the three-point play, shooting 80% from the line in this tournament, 77% for the year. And Albertson with the lead at 7-6.
This is where Dunham can pose some problems. Very versatile.
Tried to force it inside, knocked away and stolen by the Coyotes.
Only one look so far to Clausen.
Inside is Clausen. He goes over Dunham.
If Clausen can avoid foul trouble, he was averaging 18 points in the tournament, 10 rebounds before last night's effort.
Jones tries for the tie, can't get it, and Kalisko away with it. Knocked out of bounds by Wickers. Remains Albertson ball. 9-6 in favor of Albertson College.
Good look at Marty Hawley in his 15th season at Albertson College. First ever final appearance.
Archibald on the turnaround, his first 2 points, and the lead goes to 5 for the Coyotes. And Whitworth coach Warren Fredericks will call a 20-second timeout. The Pirates falling behind. Of course, this is a team that's shown they can come from behind as they battle back from as many as 9 in the semifinal against William Jewell.
Mike, they've been a resilient team. They're also a team playing with a lot of confidence right now. They've won 13 straight games. The longest winning streak, of course, in the tournament. Albertson has won 6 straight. But the fanaticism, these fans on both ends. The Pirates, yo-ho, the Pirates like for me. Damon Archibald, though, down on the block. Former Boise State transfer. Turn around, getting the roll as well. He'll have his hands full because Jeff Arkills, as I mentioned, outstanding defensive player for the Pirates.
Albertson on top, 11-6.
A 9-0 run right now to answer that 6-0 run by Whitworth.
Arkills forced it down low to Dunham, and the Pirates lose it out of bounds. Looked like that Arkills had an opportunity to shoot that, Sean. Maybe should have.
Passing up the open 3-footer, but sometimes when you over-execute and look too much for that open man instead of taking the open jumper, comes back to bite you a little bit.
Williams stops and pops for 3. Loose ball goes to Archibald, reverse, comes up short. Arkills controlling it.
The second effort on both teams.
Jones left baseline, gets the contact from Clausen.
Marty Hawley really working it on the sidelines, and I agree with Marty Hawley. Gabe Jones gave the pump fake, but we'll see a little bit of a walk actually. We don't see the footwork there, but Jones did have the shuffle, but the whistle instead called on Clausen.
Anytime you leave your feet, though, chances are pretty good you're going to get the call.
Smart move by Jones, recognizing what happened defensively with Clausen.
Foul going to be called on Todd Williams of Albertson. He tried to shut off Wickers on the baseline for Williams, his first third-team foul on the Coyotes.
Talked before the game that Williams might not even play more than half a game. But the adrenaline gets going, and he's got his hands full with Roman Wickers.
Williams, great dribble drive penetrator, and he does it there as he gets the easy bucket.
Dribble penetration. It has led to 6 of the 8 points for Whitworth. No help defense coming over.
11-8, Albertson. Less than 12 and a half minutes remaining first half. Kalisko working inside, going to draw the foul on Jones.
Jones gives up 2 or 3 inches as Kalisko, every bit of 6'7". You may even stretch him to 6'8" with some good high tops. But Gabe Jones only 6'4" or 5. And the key in the post, if you're going to put Dunham down low on Clausen, you're going to have a mismatch with Kalisko against Gabe Jones.
Nate Miller, number 10, checking into the game for Albertson, a 6'2" senior from Middleton, Idaho, as Todd Williams will go to the bench for the first time. Kalisko's been struggling from the foul line in this tournament, just 56% after going 64% during the regular season. Misses 2.
And the second, not pretty.
Wickers, who's been outstanding thus far in this tournament, especially from three-point land. Arkills working baseline. Pirates very patient. There's Wickers for 3.
Great ball movement. The help defense, a double team, then it's a scramble for Albertson, and when you find the open man, good things happen.
All tied at 11. Archibald. Can't hit, there's Clausen for the board. Archibald one more time, baseline.
Damon Archibald, not your typical scorer per se, but he's a guy that knows how and finds a way to get some points on the board.
He now has 4. Had 26 in the semifinal win over Walsh.
He was special. really did it all in the semifinal win. Dunks, three-pointers.
Wickers, ball knocked away by Archibald, but Wickers able to retrieve. Dunham forced it inside, knocked away and stolen by the Coyotes. Ebright threw it away as he tried to go to Kalisko down low. Turnover gives it back to the Pirates. 11:01 remaining in the first half of play. Albertson on top of Whitworth, 13-11. Montgomery Fieldhouse, everyone. Mike Boyle along with Sean McCall. The NAIA Division II National Basketball Championship rebounds thus far. Albertson, I mentioned, a +8 in that column, but thus far Whitworth getting the job done on the glass.
Mike, and in fact, the rebound total right now 8-8, but offensive rebounds is what we saw. 4 offensive rebounds for Albertson College, just 2. You see the Yotes doing the job early on the offensive glass.
13-11, John Beckman into the lineup for Whitworth, 6'1" senior from Forks, Washington, number 34. Wickers passing up the 3. Pirates a very patient team offensively. Shot clock under 10. Arkhills had the easy shot and lost the ball on the pass from Dunham.
When you double team down low on the block, you run the risk of a cutter, and Arkhills was there with the cut, but not there with the hands. Good look there by Dunham.
Kalisko inside, beat Beckman to the hoop.
Jimmy Kalisko's greatest strength may be his versatility. He can shoot the 3 ball, he can take it down low, but more than anything, he does know how to score.
Transfer from Arizona State. First prep player from the state of Arizona side by Coach Bill Frieder when he went down to Tempe. Beckman open from 3 and hits it.
Bench support. It's going to be at a premium in this championship game, and Beckman delivers a big blow here, the second three-pointer of the night for Whitworth.
61% from three-point land in this national tournament is Beckman. 15-14 in favor of Albertson. Steve Kramer into the lineup for the Coyotes, number 20 with the basketball. 6'4" senior from Santa Rosa, California.
Kramer can shoot, you need to get a hand up.
Both he and Beckman, three-point specialists.
Some standing around offensively for the Yotes.
2 seconds on the shot clock. Williams, a desperation 3, gets the roll.
Williams knows what buzzer beaters are all about. He had a shot at the buzzer in round 2 to give Albertson a win, 66-64.
That over Lewis and Clark of Portland. Williams answers with a 3. Nate Williams now with 5.
I'd say the team's starting to get adjusted, maybe loosening up a little bit.
Albertson on top. Kramer will pull up. Flanks one off, and there's Williams with the board.
Good defense by Wickers, running at the shooter.
Dunham inside gets the easy layup. He now has 6, and the Pirates retake the lead.
Patience, finding the open man. When you don't care who gets the credit, it's amazing what kind of results you can have. This team very unselfish, Whitworth.
Kramer can't hit, nothing but Pirates under the basket. Williams driving inside, drawing the personal on Todd Williams. That will be his second. 4th team foul on the Albertson Coyotes.
And again, we continue to see what kind of focus Albertson has defensively, stopping the dribble drive penetration. Nobody there to help out. And then Williams on his own, mano a mano. And it's not easy to guard either of these guards, whether it's Williams at the line or Wickers, who's been solid as well.
Todd Williams checking out. Nate Miller back in for Albertson. Nate Williams at the line. 91% for the year. And this is the first, though.
Like 91% in this tournament. 21 of 23 in this tournament through the first 4 games. And then surprise, lo and behold, as You see he's solid on the year as well, 83% on the season. Bumped it up in the tournament. Only the third miss in 24 attempts.
Gets the roll there. Williams with 6, and the Pirate lead at 2. 7:59 to go first half. Whitworth up 2018.
Jensen Real Estate in
Spokane, Washington would like to thank the following Spokane area businesses: Safeway Supply Incorporated, U.S. Bank, and Sedgwick Games of Washington Incorporated for their sponsorship of this broadcast of the NAIA Division II National Championship game. The Whitworth Pirates and their fans, especially those watching back in Spokane, are grateful. Right now, let's go down to the sidelines and Todd Miles. Todd, you got anything for us?
Pace is one thing the coaches have been talking about in the timeouts. Marty Hawley not at all pleased with his team. He says they're playing passive, and he wants them to start taking a few chances, maybe getting a couple of transition buckets. On the other end, Warren Frederick says that they need to crash the boards. Back up to you guys.
2018, Clausen looking to tie it up, and does for Albertson as he got a little aggressive down the baseline.
Marty Hawley's advice paying off. Albertson, a much better team when they play their game, and that is be aggressive offensively. In the semifinals, twice they tried to slow things up in the first and second half and didn't have good results.
Beckman getting the easy bucket down low. Beckman now with 5 points. He beat Rob Smith down the baseline. Smith, who just checked in, a 6'1 freshman from Boise. He's only about 6'1 as compared to Beckman, who goes about 6'4. Smith airballing the 3.
Right now, 3 bench players for Albertson in the game.
2 in for the Pirates. Jeff Mix also into the lineup for the Pirates. Mix mixing it up, if you will, with Kalisko before Kalisko coming away with the board.
Mix is strong. Again, gives up some size in the height department, but he's going to bang a little bit down low. Number 5, Mix against Clausen, a good low post matchup.
Kalisko will try a 3.
He's been off the mark, forcing a little bit. He had a big first-round game, 25 points, and then was under 11 the next 2 rounds. Bounced back in the semifinals, did Jimmy Kalisko, with a decent performance, 15 points, 11 rebounds, but he really hasn't gotten himself into the flow. Let the game come to you, Jimmy.
And even as you say that, averaging double-double in this tournament at 14 points, 10 rebounds. Dunham nearly losing it. Williams will try a 3.
You can't give him that
board.
look. You can't double down from the wing if you're Nate Miller in this situation. Because Nate Williams, the counterpart, he can knock it down.
He's been deadly from three-point land, 57% in this tournament and on the year from three-point land.
Yeah, he hasn't slowed down, has he? 57% from 3.
Clausen off balance, then gets the ball back after the tip by Kalisko. Kalisko with the offensive board.
Jimmy Kalisko, and I said this last night, almost Rodman-esque in his ability to control the tip, control the basketball using just one hand, and the size advantage. Is it fitting that the 22nd point went to number 22, Jimmy Kalisko, for the Yotes?
All tied up in this Division II National Championship game.
Good help defense.
Dunham making the move. Gets by Clausen and draws the foul on Kramer. Kramer's first personal, 5th team foul on Albertson.
The pump fake, again, defense leaving their feet, and then you're forced to reach or come over as Rob Smith attempts a block shot. But that's not the fundamental defense that Albertson has displayed at times this year.
Albertson out of 32 teams with the 3rd leading defense in this tournament. Whitworth no slouch, though, at number 8.
Marty Hawley has said, we have played well, we've done everything but shoot the basketball to our capability, but they stepped it up in the semis.
Foul will be called on Nate Miller of Albertson as he tried to shut off Williams to the basket. sixth team foul now on Albertson. The next one resulting in the 1-and-1 bonus for the Pirates is Taryn Hay, a 6'6 sophomore from Boise, checking in for Albertson College.
We're at a vastly different pace than these teams have played, as you get a good look at Warren Fredericks. Coach trying to win a national championship.
Kind of a foul away from the ball, going to be called on the Pirates as Mix caught sitting an illegal pick.
School record for that gentleman, Marty Hawley. Terrific season for Albertson as they entered the tournament. 26 wins. They now have 30 on the year. 30 wins, 3 losses.
8th winningest coach in the NAIA in winning percentage.
Said he might like to hang around.
Clausen now with 8 and the lead back to the Coyotes.
He has great touch around, well, in the low block area. Basically, when he's in the paint, look for him to score and use that size advantage. Still seeing some nerves, not catching the basketball.
Pirates have had a number of opportunities inside if they just handled the basketball. Wicker steps back for 3 and hits.
He's been terrific the last 4 games. He only had 7 points in the first round, and he has been averaging 21 a game since then. He burned NNC, that local favorite, a couple nights ago for 26 points, 4 3-pointers.
He now has 8. Pirates back on top. Miller will try it from 3 land, can't hit. Battle for the loose ball, and the foul going to go on Hay of Albertson.
It's a big-time foul. You now have 17 fouls. You send Whitworth to the free throw line on the opposite end. And one thing that strikes me, you're not seeing the scorers for Albertson and the guys that normally are in their flow offensively getting the open shots. That's Taryn Hay with the foul, the reach in. But we've seen Nate Miller take a shot from the outside. We're seeing essentially not the go-to guys, not your scorers throughout the season.
Gabe Jones checking back in for the Pirates, coming in for Nate Dunham. As John Beckman will go to the line. 64% for the season. Misses it. Mix, though, with the rebound and the follow.
Effort. Give Mix some credit. The bench stepping up right now for the Pirates. And that summed it up. They're playing with some value right now.
Archibald inside can't hit, but he'll draw the foul on Beckman.
Boy, a late whistle there. And I believe they're calling this after the shot on the floor. A lot of contact on the drive, but they're saying that it was down low.
Foul on Beckman, his first. 3:18 in the first half of play, and the Pirates of Whitworth leading at 27-24. Whitworth on top in this NAIA Division II National Championship. A big reason why the tray.
They've been knocking it down all tournament, and so has that man, Roman Wickers. He now has 12 threes in this National Championship tournament. And the difference in the game right now, shooting from the perimeter. We mentioned that in the keys. If they shoot well, and they have all tournament, 51% in this championship tournament with the pressure and the intensity, and they're still knocking them down.
61% from the floor. For the tournament, folks, they have been en fuego, if you will, to borrow a line. Clausen baseline, shot blocked, but the foul going to be called on Jeff Mix. That's his second.
That's his job, though, as a bench player. Play solid defense, contribute on the offensive glass, play good defense, and do what you got to do to hold down Jared Clausen already with 8 points. The turnaround, and indeed, Mix gets him up high as Clausen knocks down the free throw.
Excellent free throw shooter for a man his size. 83% on the season. Senior from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
Even better in the postseason. He's now 15 for 17, 88% in this national tournament. The announcer's curse coming back to haunt us.
Clausen missing it. 27-25. Whitworth on top. Just under 3 minutes remaining, first half of play.
2 for 5 for Albertson from the free throw line. They're normally a better free throw shooting team than that, shooting nearly 75% on the season.
Wickers losing it down low. Coyotes a chance to tie it up or take the lead. Clausen working baseline.
What a lot of physical play by Mix.
Miller will try a three. Foul going to be called on Clausen. That's his second, and he's been susceptible to foul trouble throughout this tournament.
This isn't a good decision, I think, by Miller or Clausen. You're fighting, but you saw who had position in that situation, in that sequence. Mix, without question. And Nate Miller twice now, Mike, taking maybe ill-advised shots. Let's find a way to get others involved offensively.
He's an assist man as Mix burying the free throw, extending the Pirate lead to 3 as Taryn Hay checking back in for Albertson, coming in for Clausen.
Miller's barely taken more than 1 3 a game in the regular season, yet taking a couple here early on.
Mix going 1 for 2. Lead remains at 3.
The pace of the game, these teams have averaged 82 for Albertson, nearly 90 for Whitworth, yet we haven't even approached 30 points and we're near halftime.
Test of endurance for these two teams. The team that wins the national championship will have won 5 games in 6 days.
Tournament started on Wednesday, March 6th. It culminates here tonight.
Kalisko down low. Can't hit the shot. Battle for the loose ball goes to Albertson, and Kramer can't hit the 3.
Albertson getting shots, just not knocking them down.
Jones tried to go inside to Mix. Mix felt that he was held down on the block. As Arkills will check back in for the Pirates, coming in for Mix.
It's a good stint off the bench.
See time remaining in our first half. NAIA Division II National Championship here on Prime. Glad you could join us here this evening.
Steve Kramer 0 for 3, but when he gets it going, number 20 for Albertson, he's a scorer.
Shot clock under 10 again. Archibald forces one. Shot blocked, and here come the Pirates on the break. Wickers deflected out of bounds by the Coyotes.
No offensive rhythm. Forcing some shots, not getting the ball to your guys where they know how to score. And surprise, surprise, Jared Clausen with 2 fouls back in the game, only a minute to play. This could be a turning point if he picks up a costly 3rd foul.
Williams driving inside. You see the body control of Nate Williams as he gets the bucket. He now has 8 points, and Warren Frederick's Pirates on top by 5. Ball knocked out of bounds by Dunham as Clausen flashed open momentarily.
Defensive rotation coming from the high post area. Dunham gets in the passing lane.
One of the captains on this Pirate team. Archibald with a 3. Airballs it right to Wickers. Pushes the ball up the floor, gets it back. Going to have a foul called inside.
They're going to call it on Wickers, I believe, when he lost control of the basketball. Not many in this tournament have shown his ability to push the basketball and force the tempo. Could be a near double dribble instead. Wow, I didn't see much of a push, just a collision late. Albertson maybe getting a break there.
22nd timeout on the floor being called by Albertson. 28.3 seconds left in the first half. Whitworth leading at 30-25, and Albertson will be going to the line for a 1-and-1.
Albertson's low on the season, 62 points. And they have 25 points as we nearly embrace halftime. They are out of their offensive rhythm. Give credit to that group, the Pirates, under Warren Fredericks. They've played solid defense and they've done what they have to do, and that is take them out of their game.
Some of the large contingent making their way down on the buses from Spokane.
I doubt it was your rapid transit district type bus. There seemed to be festivities, atmosphere, and energy as they came off the buses, just rolling with enthusiasm.
I guess Whitworth College President Bill Robinson canceled school today so they could all come down for the game.
You can do that at a private institution. Young men, young ladies were taking a break and rooting on the Pirates.
Archibald with the free throw. 5 points for the senior from Tempe, Arizona.
Yesterday, Albertson goes on a 7-0 blitz in the last minute to take a 19-point lead. They're looking for that kind of blitz to close out the half, but Whitworth, wisely, with no shot clock now, should just go for one shot.
See time remaining in our half. Pirates holding for one.
Little zone, not much.
Williams kicks it. Jones will try the three. Can't hit it. Battle for the loose ball. Dunham with the turnaround. He can't hit it. Tip from Arkills, and the buzzer's going to go off to end our first half of play as the action fast and furious underneath of the Albertson basket. Our score at halftime, it is Whitworth College on top of Albertson, 30-27. Right now, Todd Miles down on the floor with head coach Warren Fredericks.
We're with Whitworth coach Warren Fredericks, and Warren, a 3-point lead heading into the half. What did you do that you liked?
They made a lot of stops. I thought our defense was pretty good. I don't think we're shooting great. We've got to do a better job on the offensive boards. I don't think we've got anything there. And just a tight ball game. It's 1 or 2 possession ball game right now.
On rebounding, any changes you have to make at the half?
Not really. Not really.
Thanks a lot. Good luck in the second half. Again, score at the half, 30-27, Whitworth leading Albertson. We'll be back with more halftime after this break.
Welcome back, everyone, to Nampa, Idaho. Mike Boyle along with Sean McCall. It's about the only seats we could get in this house tonight, Sean, for this NAIA Division II National Championship. Although I have to say the gym a lot cooler tonight than we've seen on previous nights here in the tournament. 30-27 in favor of Whitworth in this Division II National Championship game. We touched on keys to the ball game for both teams at the beginning, and thus far it seems like Whitworth has been holding a little closer, therefore the 3-point lead.
Indeed, we felt early on, try to keep the crowd out of it, maintain a lead, and do what you can to make less of an impact with that 6th man, and they have that 3-point lead. Also, the dribble drive penetration for Whitworth. We knew that was a key. It has played out that way, and Albertson responding, recognizing Jared Clausen, but in my opinion, not enough. You need to establish the low post scoring and maybe get some better looks with your scores, and Albertson has not done that. Intensity, a premium for Albertson. They need to play hard and play well for 40 minutes. Whitworth has come to play.
No question about it. They have shut it down defensively. Both teams really on fire offensively in this tournament, and Albertson has to feel pretty good because Whitworth averaging 90 points a game in this tournament with just 30 at halftime right now and trailing it by just 3 despite the fact with the problems with the offense.
I think when you look at the stats, and we'll take a look at those in just a few minutes, but one thing will stand out. Warren Fredericks said we're not shooting the ball well, and that's for Whitworth, 55% not well. They've been spoiled in this tournament, and they're saying they're not doing the job on the glass, but they're not doing the job on the offensive glass. Albertson needs to slow down, get themselves involved, do something to stop dribble penetration. We touched on that. And, of course, Whitworth, find the 3-man. It's been their hero throughout this tournament.
Nate Williams has been a real key for them with the dribble drive as he's been able to get a couple of easy buckets and the dish outs to Wickers.
The guards, Williams and Wickers, stepping up. They've been solid throughout.
Whitworth on top, 30-27. We'll be back with more halftime right after this timeout on Prime. Welcome back to Nampa, everybody. We are at halftime of this NAIA Division II National Championship game. Whitworth on top, 30-27. 4th year that the national tournament has been held here in Nampa, Idaho. Joining us now with Todd Miles is John Mark Atkinson, the NAIA Assistant Director of Championship Events. Todd?
John Mark, another great tournament in Nampa, year number 4. How has this one been better than the last 3?
Well, I think the first thing is the ticket gate sales have been exceedingly higher this year. Also, attendance has been higher this year. I think the campus has done a great job of adding the championship game being televised on national television to its repertoire. It's just every year it keeps getting better. Things keep improving year after year after year.
Do you feel that this tournament has almost become a part of Nampa, Idaho? It's almost part of the town now.
Oh, there's no question about it. This is a very, very good tournament. What makes this a great, great tournament is the city of Nampa and the city of Boise. The community support and the corporate partnerships here in this town are fantastic, and they really drive this thing and make it a great event.
One more year committed to come back here, but they are building a huge event center, 10,000 seats or so. Do you see this tournament staying here long term?
I think probably so. We will honor one more year on the contract. We have a few other places that are interested in hosting it. We will be obligated to look at those places, but I will tell you we're very excited about the fact of the new 10,000-seat arena being built, and we're definitely, like I said, excited about it, and we'll see what happens.
Fantastic. Thank you, John Mark.
No problem, Tom.
Again, halftime score here, Whitworth leading Albertson College 30-27. We'll be back with more halftime after the break.
Jensen Real Estate invites you to Treasure Valley, Idaho, where you can live a lifestyle that is both fun and healthy. The wide range of recreational activities offers you year-round enjoyment. And whether you're buying or selling a home, their agents are knowledgeable in the many ways of financing and purchase negotiations. When you list with Jensen Real Estate, your property can be submitted to the Southwestern Idaho Multiple Listing Service. Jensen Real Estate, dedicated professionals committed to the American dream of private home ownership.
Whitworth College leading Albertson 30-27 in the NAIA Division II National Championship game. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half, Sean.
Yeah, there's not a lot of scoring, Mike, but enough as both of these teams trying to get into their rhythm. Whitworth, of course, leading by 3, and they've been shooting the ball fairly well. Here's a look at Roman Wickers, the point guard deluxe. He can do it all, taking it the length of the court. He leads the way with 8 points. Damon Archibald, one of the seniors that transferred from Boise State, with a turnaround jumper. And it's Wickers, though. He's knocked down a couple threes. The Pirates have knocked down 4 of 8 three-pointers, but Todd Williams, the only three-pointer to beat a shot clock, as Albertson going just 1 for 9 in the first half from three-point land, and the faithful for both teams enjoying this one.
Packed house here at Montgomery Fieldhouse as fans from both Caldwell, Idaho and Spokane, Washington packing this gym. There were 900 tickets available for this game. At 9 o'clock this morning, they were gone.
Drove by the facility about 2.5 hours before the game. People lining up. No, it's not like Duke with the tent set up, but yes, it's hysteria in its own right and a lot of fanaticism. There's reason to get excited. One of these teams tonight going to walk away with a national championship, a memory they'll never forget.
Right now, Sean, let's take a look at the first half statistics from this national championship game. And you look at the shooting thus far. Whitworth once again shooting well at 55% from the floor. Free throws, though, not really a factor, but rebounds. Whitworth doing the job on the glass.
We mentioned early on a key. They needed to win the battle of the boards because your commitment to rebounding and good things can happen. Albertson, they've done their job offensively. 8 offensive rebounds of their 16 rebounds, but they can't put the ball in the hoop, shooting just 34%, despite the fact that Whitworth not taking great care of the basketball, considering Albertson not applying tenacious defense. It's been a little bit of carelessness. 9 turnovers, though, a lot in the first half. You could think if they only had 3 or 4 turnovers, maybe a 5 or 8 point lead.
Whitworth on top by 3. We'll wrap up halftime and get ready for the second half after this timeout on Prime. NAIA Division II National Championship game, and good to see they can spell at Whitworth College. I'd worry otherwise.
A day off from school, and that's maybe when you're at your best.
30-27 in favor of the Pirates. A lot of fans making their way down from Spokane for this national championship game. The first appearance for either one of these schools in a national championship game. Leading scorers in the first half, Sean. Leading the way for Whitworth, Nate Williams, Roman Wickers. We touched on them, 8 points apiece. Nate Dunham with 6 for the Pirates. Meanwhile, for Albertson, it was Jared Clausen with 9 points, and then 3 players with 6 points apiece. Damon Archibald, Jimmy Kalisko, and Todd Williams, but they're the only 4 in the scoring column for Albertson.
Right, only 4 players score for Albertson, no points off the bench. Meanwhile, Whitworth, they come back with 8 points off the bench and 4 players with at least 5 points or more. They've had balance. They've done a nice job in setting and establishing a tempo that they're comfortable with. If you ask their coach, Warren Fredericks, he'd say, we like to push it a little bit, but we'll take any tempo. Meanwhile, Marty Hawley, probably a little bit disappointed in the way the Yotes played after a sensational effort in the semifinal win over number 2 seed Walsh Cavaliers.
Underway here in the second half. Williams wasting no time as he drills the jumper.
Get involved early. You're right about not wasting time.
10 points for Williams, the lead at 5 for the Pirates. Todd Williams, who's checked back into the game, that sore right ankle. Can't hit the shot, but does retrieve a loose ball.
9 offensive rebounds of your 17 boards.
Archibald open from 15. Can't hit it, and Jones with a rebound.
Good screen out by Gabe Jones, undersized against Kalisko. Jones had a quiet first half. No points for a guy that came in averaging nearly 18 points in the tournament.
Dunham working inside. Can't hit the layup, though.
But he gives you a lot of looks. Knows how to lean, uses his body well.
He's usually automatic from that spot on the floor. Anyone who shoots over 60% from the floor usually is. Ebright creating.
Taylor Ebright, a huge first half yesterday, scoring 5 points early. Kind of got the nerves and the pressure taken away from Albertson, but that's his first bucket of the contest.
Lead back to 3 for the Pirates. Foul going to be called on Archibald as he and Jones mix it up a little bit. Just the first on Archibald.
That's good news for Albertson. Damon Archibald, an aggressive player, a risk taker on defense. Once led the state of Arizona in steals in high school his senior year. Great hands, good instincts.
He and Kalisko, as a matter of fact, teammates on a national champion BCI team in Arizona. Shot clock at 13. Wickers will pull up. Kalisko with the board. Archibald, ball knocked away by Arkhills. Remain Albertson ball.
We haven't seen much transition game really from either team. If anybody, it's Whitworth with Roman Wickers pushing the basketball. They've had a couple opportunities.
Ebright works his way open. Arkhills with the board as both teams getting one shot and out.
The X factor, who's going to be that variable that steps up and surprises someone tonight?
Dunham inside, misses again. Dunham nearly with the steal, ball knocked out of bounds, remaining Albertson ball. But you can see the quickness of hands on Nate Dunham.
Defense, 1 man on the ball, 4 in a help defense style or mode. And Whitworth does a great job of that. Help defense, recognizing.
Lob to Archibald, misses the layup.
You got to be worried about the finish, not about how pretty it is. The catch was there. If you have to come down, make sure. Baskets are at a premium right now. Possession to possession mentality on both ends.
I mentioned Whitworth's been averaging 90 points a game in this tournament. Albertson 82. Unless we get a real flurry, we're not going to see that tonight as Williams to the bucket. Foul called before the basket. It'll go on Ebright. That's his second personal now, 4th 3 Albertson starters with 2 personal fouls.
The thing with Nate Williams, who you saw on your screen, is he has the ability to put it on the floor and take you to the hoop, and you have to get up and guard him because he's knocked down 57% of his threes.
Jones, who's been awful quiet offensively for the Pirates tonight. Wickers. Clausen with the board. Archibald for 3.
That's too quick to shoot. He's not in the flow right now either. Maybe a little too hungry.
Wickers, dribble drive, scoop to the hoop, can't hit it. There's Arkills inside, can't get the board. Dunham shot block, and they call the jump ball. Possession arrow going to Albertson. Dunham frustrated, wanting the foul call.
Frustration on the bench as well. And Marty Hawley trying to inspire the crowd and his team. Hawley knows you don't get this kind of chance or opportunity his first in 15 years of coaching at the school. And 5 of his first 6 players, seniors, excuse me.
Less than 16 and a half minutes remaining in our game. 32-29 Whitworth. Clausen fouled by Wickers on the baseline. That will be his 3rd. First player in the game with 3 fouls.
He's been prone to that in the tournament. Wickers averaging 4 fouls a game in this tournament. That's not a smart foul when you have 2. Coming around the backside of Jared Clausen.
You almost sense both teams a little leg weary right now. As we mentioned, 5th game in 6 days.
I think nervousness a factor. It's even extended into the second half.
Archibald for 3.
He needed that. The Yotes needed that.
Archibald with 9, and we have a tie game at 32. Foul out top, going to be called on Ebright of Albertson. He now has 3. We have a timeout on the floor. 15:46 remaining in this national championship game, and we are knotted at 32. Sean McCall in this Division II national championship game.
What you expect, isn't it?
Number 3 versus number 4. Foul going to be called on Archibald.
It's not a smart foul. It's a reaching foul and just being overly aggressive. Archibald, no fouls the first half, 2 now in the first 4.5 minutes of the second half. The double team, he comes from the opposite side, but picked up a reaching foul along the way.
4th team foul on Albertson. Whitworth with just 1. Williams had the ball stripped, but able to retrieve it. Swing it to Jones, who's open, but can't hit the 3.
But recognizing the open man. They continue to do that.
Williams driving baseline, can't hit. There's Clausen inside. Battle for the loose ball. Clausen one more time, and he draws the foul on Jones.
Jared Clausen, the silent assassin, a tireless worker. This year, Clausen averaging 14 points, nearly 8 rebounds, but it's the second effort, the tip by Kalisko. And now Clausen again, battling it out.
Clausen will go to the line. Right now, let's go to the sidelines and Todd Miles.
Tempo is the magic word. Warren Fredericks, the Whitworth coach, says first thing you have to do this half is establish tempo. On the other hand, Albertson's Mari Hawley asked Damon Archibald to take the ball on the wing and push it and to take over this game. Sean, Mike, back up to you.
And we've seen evidence of that with Archibald becoming a little more involved offensively. Hasn't paid off with the exception of that 3-pointer that tied it up. Albertson now back in the lead at 34-32. Arkills walked with it.
Mike, this is the first lead since around the 6-minute mark in the first half, when Albertson led 24-22. First lead for Albertson, that is.
Coyotes are a team given to great spurts. Archibald leaping leader off glass.
Solid defense. But Damon Archibald, the hang time and the fortunate off the glass shot.
20-second timeout being called by the Pirates. 14:35 remaining in the second half, and the Yote fans on their feet as their team leads at 36-32. Mentioned Damon Archibald, son of Lynn Archibald, an assistant coach at BYU, who came up for the game tonight.
A coach's work is never done, Mike, especially this coach, Warren Fredericks. A 9-0 run is what the Pirates are trying to stop on their next possession. Winningest season all time at Whitworth, 26 wins on the year, and redemption has been a motive. As this team left out of the national tournament a year ago, they've used that as a little bit of inspiration throughout this season.
Pirates trying to stem the tide of this Coyote run. Ball stolen away by Kalisko. Williams wanted the foul, didn't get the call. Archibald again. Can't hit it, and Nate Williams with a rebound. Beckman will try a long distance three. The Pirates going a little cold in the second half. Ebright working on Wickers, goes baseline and gets the roll.
One thing I can do is finger roll, says Taylor Ebright, the runner.
Ebright with 4, and the lead at 6 for the Coyotes, their largest of the game.
Warren Fredericks on the sideline, the coach signaling, use some clock, get a good shot. Right now you make Albertson work on the defensive end. See if you can get a back door, get an easy shot. Shot clock down at 10.
Wickers can't hit it. There's Clausen for the board.
Hauling it in, 1 and out.
Williams on the break. Coyotes will reset. Archibald, who's taking things over, hits again.
It's now a 13-0 run. You may need a timeout, not a 20 because you're out of those. You may need a legitimate timeout, and sure enough, we see one.
Warren Fredericks calling timeout. 12:49 remaining in the second half. And Albertson on one of those big runs that they're known for, now leading at 40-32. We'll be back with more of this NAIA Division II championship on Prime. A 13-0 run over the last 6 minutes to take the lead. 22nd timeout being called by the Coyotes coming out of the timeout. And the field goal percentage, not nearly what both of these teams used to shooting.
No, Mike, but both teams going in different directions. Whitworth, after 55% in the first half, 1 for 11 in the second half, and now down to 39%. You took a look at Albertson shooting 35% for the game, but they're 5 for 13, which isn't great, but it's better than their first half. They're shooting 5% higher to start this second half, and on a 13-0 run over the last 6 minutes. It went down 5 to up 8, and you need to stop the bleeding.
The Pirates were up 32-27
against NMC in the quarterfinals. Whitworth called timeouts and came out 3 times with scores that really stopped runs and quieted the hometown crowd. See if they can get a big-time score right here.
Williams, who's been a real key for him, nearly lost it, able to kick it to Beckman, who hits it. Three-pointer for John Beckman, who has been huge off the bench for the Pirates. He has 8 points.
Is that what the doctor ordered? Is that just to get right back in this? First three-pointer of the second half for the Pirates.
Shot clock at 12. Coyotes looking to get it to Clausen on the block. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Williams will have to create. Misses the layup. Archibald with the tap and gets the roll.
He was halfway down the court when that thing decided to fall in for Damon Archibald. He's really feeling it.
The senior from Tempe now with 15 points. Beckman nearly had another 3 opportunity. Williams, nice dish inside to Wickers on the baseline.
You think they've played a few games together? The backdoor cut by Wickers, the recognition by Williams.
Wickers all conference. Williams was second team. Clausen with a turnaround, hits the shot and draws the foul on Mix.
Mix doesn't like this at all, but Jared Clausen squares up. That's the key to a post player. You get the ball on the low block. If you're not in the position you'd like to be, turn and face. He had the jumper and just late reactions by Mix.
Clausen going to the line for the three-point play. 44-37 in favor of Albertson. Let's go down to the sideline and Todd Miles.
Mike and Sean, during that last timeout, Whitworth made a consolidated effort to try to stop this run. They concentrated on the next 10 possessions. If you watch their offense, they're running it deliberately and trying to get the easy baskets. Mike, Sean, back up to you.
Clausen completing the three-point play, 45-37 in favor of Albertson. Wickers, the ball knocked away, but retrieved by Mix. Wickers looking to draw contact, didn't get it. Steps back for the three instead. And there's Kalisko and Clausen, the Twin Towers for the Coyotes with the board. Rob Smith, who's checked into the game, goes inside, shot blocked, but Kalisko retrieves. Kalisko for three.
Kalisko can knock that shot down, had 42 threes during the regular season. He's been 5 for 19 coming into tonight's game from three. He has that range.
Williams will try a three.
Mike, have you noticed a trend, one and out, not doing much on the offensive boards?
Williams, careless pass, and Wickers takes advantage. Here come the Pirates. Williams can't get the roll, but there's Mix with the tap.
Fatigue may become a problem for Albertson. They look a little sluggish after they went on that 13-0 run. A time maybe for Whitworth to pick things up defensively.
Coyotes the kind of team, too, they go in a big spurt and they have a tendency to go into a lull.
No lull tonight for Marty, Hawley, and the Yotes if they're to win this.
Clausen double team. Ebright tries a three. And you see Kalisko with the tip.
The controlled tip. He's a smart rebounder. He has the size, but he doesn't body up and force it. He waits for the fortuitous bounce.
Three-pointer no good, and there's Mix with the board. Pirates now with an opportunity to cut further into the Albertson lead. 45-39 our score. Dunham working inside.
A little dancing for Rob Smith.
Beckman was ready to pull the trigger. Nix going to Beckman. Looking for the turnaround ball, slapped away by Smith, and he'll get the personal. His first.
Too much reaching sometimes for Albertson defensively. We're going to see 2 or 3 reaches here. Smith, the good defense. Now sustain it. There's one reach. There's another half-hearted reach. Finally, what looks to be a lot of ball, a little bit of forearm, as well as some Yotes fans maybe looking for the traveling call.
15 foul on Albertson as Damon Archibald checking back in for the Coyotes. Beckman at the line, solid tonight as Miller will check in for Williams for Albertson.
Mike Beckman has 9 off the bench already. As some lane changing going on along the left side. Always that little bit of mental game, is it not? The head game's going on.
Hey, Nate Williams just looking for an edge.
Full court pressure? No, just a little bit of pressure on the inbounds, but a different look as they're going to go a half-court 1-2-2 trap.
10 points for Beckman. This from a player who averaged just 4 points a contest during the season. Archibald for 3 off the bench.
We'll see how long they stay with that trap. If you don't put the pressure on right away, you give up open jumpers.
Coyote lead back to 7. Dunham working inside. There's Beckman, and he fills it for three. Third three-pointer for John Beckman.
Maybe he's the X factor. Not maybe, that's 13 points for Beckman. Whitworth only has 44. Nearly a third of their points.
He had 14 in the first round win over Howard Payne. Archibald with the scoop. Able to retrieve it though. Ebright kicks it to Miller for three. He can't hit. As Archibald and Hay collapse underneath. Pirates get the ball. Wickers will pull for three.
That's the shot that the Pirates wanted to see go down.
Miller, Archibald, he'll try another three. Damon Archibald, super fire hot.
And he's recognizing that. He's not forcing shots, Mike, the pump fake.
21 points for Damon Archibald. Williams can't hit it. Loose ball going right to Mix.
You love to see the effort from Marty Hawley's team, but that's twice now. Once on the offensive end and once on the defensive glass where you have collisions. Terrific effort, though.
6.5 minutes remaining. Albertson on top, 51-46.
Nate Miller surprising me a little by shooting the threes. Already he's taken three, and his game more to distribute.
Ebright goes inside, shot blocked by Dunham, but he'll get the foul.
These teams competing tonight, leaving nothing on the sidelines, that's for sure. It's on the court.
First foul on Nate Dunham. Fourth team foul on the Pirates as Kalisko will check back in for Albertson. Coyotes on top by 5. Taylor Ebright will go to the line for 2 shots. Winner of this game, the NAIA Division II national champion.
Ebright, the only underclassman in the starting lineup, shot 82% during the regular season. And Ebright here in the postseason, just 4 for 10, 40%.
It's 1 of 2 there as he gives Albertson a 6-point lead at 52-46. 6:14 remaining in this NAIA Division II National Championship. Here at Montgomery Fieldhouse in Nampa, Idaho, located just down the interstate from the state capital of Boise. The Pirates hoping to storm to their first national championship, but they're in the hole right now, 52-46 with 6:14 remaining in our game. Damon Archibald, the difference thus far for Albertson, Sean, 21 points, 15 in the second half.
Yeah, he's knocked down 3 of 5 from three-point land in the first 14 minutes of this second half. He's just stepped up his game.
Has been the difference thus far. Dunham working inside. Tough shot baseline, can't get it to roll, but he's able to get the offensive board. Deflected out of bounds by Kramer of Albertson. It'll remain Pirate ball.
Versatility, maybe. You've got to stop him on the dribble drive. He then gives you a little leaner. He gives you a high arcer.
Williams inside gets the layup.
Dribble penetration. You break down defenses, you create opportunities. They've been doing it all night, Whitworth has.
We start to approach crunch time. Kalisko, who's been very quiet offensively for Albertson, just 6 points, all those in the first half.
Shot clock at 8.
Williams goes inside, can't hit the shot, but there's Clausen underneath, and he'll draw the foul. Going to be called on Dunham. His second personal foul.
The size, the presence of Clausen, that's his 9th rebound and his 5th offensively. And when you firm up and squeeze the basketball like you know where you're taking it strong to the hoop, you're going to get rewarded as Clausen has a chance to knock down a couple.
Gabe Jones back in the lineup for the Pirates, checking in for Beckman, who's been fantastic, as Clausen, a rare sight there, missing a free throw. able to roll in the second. Lead at 5 for the Coyotes as Jeff Arkill's checking into the lineup for the Pirates, coming in for Jeff Mix.
Both teams 5 fouls. Neither just yet ready to shoot free throws.
Dunham looking to work on the block. Hits the shot over Clausen.
Snake-like. Finds a way to slip it around and get the open shot.
So fundamentally sound with his footwork. 3-point game in favor of Albertson.
This is where Albertson yesterday slowed down twice, and not that this is a slowdown tactic, but it doesn't suit their style.
Foul going to be called on Dunham. That's going to be his third. He's picked up 2 in a hurry.
Just what you expected, a one-possession game. Coming off a high pick, it's Dunham to help out, and just too much body, not rotating, just quick enough.
Kramer, who's checked into the lineup for the Coyotes, number 20.
That's Kramer's first appearance in the second half at a precarious time.
Archibald working on Wickers, goes up strong. Can't hit the shot, but there's Kalisko with another offensive board.
Mike, he's got 16 rebounds now.
Kramer for 3.
That's why Marty Hawley knows what to do. Pressing the right button, Steve Kramer right off the bench for the 3.
Can't leave him alone. He is deadly from three-point land.
Boy, is that a big hoop. You're now making a 2-possession game as the clock's under 4.
Williams inside, shot blocked by Kalisko. And he'll get the foul with the body, his first personal, Jimmy Kalisko.
Is that amazing? First personal foul. His smarts. Comes over on help defense. There's the body contact, all ball up top. But you save a 3-point play opportunity. Ensure the foul. Make sure you put him at the free throw line.
Williams checking out as Nate Miller checks back in for the Coyotes. How big was that offensive board by Kalisko? 3-point game and it instantly becomes 6.
$16 boards for Kalisko.
The thing that's impressive about him, he's the team's leading scorer, yet he hasn't been forcing shots tonight.
No, he hasn't. The high in this tournament, Mike, for rebounds, Dan Larson, who had 20 rebounds against the host NNC in a second-round matchup, along with 22 points for Larson.
Williams hitting the 2 free throws. He draws the Pirates within 4. You're watching the NAIA Division II National Championship on Prime. Optimistic as they hope to bring home their first national basketball championship. They trail it by 4 with 3:48 remaining. Albertson with the basketball.
Does that make the bus ride a whole lot sweeter? A little more comfort if you go away with a W.
Makes it a lot longer if you don't come out on top, though. Clausen working on Dunham. Knocked out of bounds by Nate Dunham.
Quick hands, quick feet. Footwork offensively and defensively.
3:35 remaining in this national championship.
Marty Hawley calling a play from the sideline. The shot clock, though, already down to 12.
Clausen trying to work his way open. Being guarded nicely by Dunham. 6 seconds. Williams working on Williams. And Todd Williams gets the bucket and draws the foul. What a huge shot there.
That's not continuation. That's just the follow-through of Todd Williams. Triple drive, this time doing what the other Williams does. Nate Williams, it's Todd Williams, the leaner and the finish. You get a fortuitous bounce again.
Misses the free throw badly. He's usually an excellent free throw shooter, 80% in the tournament. Lead at 6. Time ticking down. Parkhill's going down the lane. Got away with one as he's able to get it to Wickers.
This could be the stop of the game for Albertson if you can get a stop.
Or a key hoop for the Pirates if they can get it. Wickers driving in. Williams will try a 3. Doesn't hit it. And the shots that went in the first half for the Pirates not falling here in the second half.
2 for 11 from 3 in the second half after 4 for 8 in the first half, and the crowd picking it up.
Knocked out of bounds by the Pirates. Coyote ball with 2:28 remaining in the game, and Marty Holly showing some of that tension. His club up 6.
Yeah, yesterday he said, maybe I'm supposed to be a little more tense, but I'm feeling good, and right now maybe not feeling so good with a timeout.
I think he's having a Malox moment, and he'll take a timeout with 2:28 remaining. His club leading it by 6. He's taken his team to the NAIA National Tournament 8 times since 1984. First time he has gotten to the championship game. And he's been a joy all this week. He's been not nearly as nervous as you would expect a coach. In fact, he was quite a crack up at the Final Four banquet on Sunday. In fact, I thought I was in Vegas for a second.
I don't think Marty Holly loses that special sense of humor. He's able to kind of corral those emotions and still keep you in the moment. But you're right, nice little run for Marty Holly. Over 340 wins. In fact, 344 wins. And what a difference from a year ago. They finished 21-7 last year, the number 4 team in the final NAIA Division II poll. But they got upset. They were 0-2 in March, lost a 1-point game to Ohio Dominican in the first round of the tournament. And the end of a season, which was very positive, turned very dim, and they turned all the focus and attention to this year, and this team here knocking on the national championship door.
Whitworth, best season in school history, number 4 ranking, their highest in school history. You touched upon the fact it's the most wins that the school has ever had in basketball. And you mentioned the redemption for this team. Felt they should have had a bid last year. They lost 5 games on the road in conference by 7 points or less last year. They've been after it in this tournament, but now trailing it by 6 with 2:28 remaining.
And a 13-game winning streak, the final game of the year, 13 games on the line.
Team fouls, Whitworth with 7, so the foul on Whitworth will result in the 1-1. Meanwhile, Albertson with 6. Lawson working inside. Can't hit it. There's Kalisko with the tip. He can't hit it, and Dunham with the board.
2 good opportunities to score. You survive if you're Whitworth. Gabe Jones has been absolutely silent. Gabe Jones, no points. He came in averaging 18.
Wickers. Dunham will try a 3 and hits it.
The first attempt, the first 3 for Dunham in this ball game, and just his second of the tournament.
Full court pressure from the Pirates. Albertson will pull it out. What a clutch shot by Nate Dunham.
Did he not step up and say, give me the ball? Granted, it wasn't on the block, but boy, that was impressive.
He's 2 of 3 from the 3-point stripe in this tournament. Tells you one thing, he doesn't usually shoot it. Williams driving inside, goes inside, knocked out of bounds by Jones. 8 seconds remaining on the shot clock.
Got a break, did Todd Williams. He was out of control, had left his feet, and they got a break. Mike Dunham only made 6 threes the whole season.
1:16 remaining in the game, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Albertson by 3. Kramer will pull up. Goes long, battle for the loose ball going to Dunham.
If Albertson, well, you need a stop. Whitworth, no timeout right now from the sidelines. They're letting him play.
Jones will try to tie it, and does! What a time to hit your first basket, Gabe Jones.
You ask him to step up, and he does. And O has the momentum shifted in the last 2 minutes.
6 straight points by the Whitworth Pirates on 2 threes by Dunham and Jones, and we are tied with 48.7 seconds remaining.
This is the second 3-pointer as Jones comes off a pick. He had been 0 for 3 in the first 39 minutes, but he knocks down maybe the biggest shot of his life.
What a time to hit your first bucket. You mentioned he's averaging close to 20 a game in this tournament, 0 points, but he sticks the 3. That ties up this national championship game. You can see Marty Holly trying to get a word with referee Jesse Gatewood. I think he's trying to get some of the fans out of the huddle, a little of the crowd control, and I tell you, it's a packed house in this Montgomery Field house tonight.
Mike, does this remind you a little, though vastly different in its scoring form, of last year's championship? It went overtime last year. The host NNC led by 3 with under 5 seconds to play, and they gave up a 3-point shot to tie it in regulation. Bethel College ended up winning the national championship last year by 8 points, and it's very much reminiscent.
Let's reset the game situation. 48.7 seconds remaining. It's Albertson basketball. They have 29 seconds on the shot clock, tied at 58. So if the Coyotes do hit a shot, Whitworth will get the basketball back with time remaining on the clock. Team foul situation. Whitworth has 7, so a foul will result in a 1-and-1.
Mike, but if you get a stop, if you're Whitworth, you have a chance to win the game. You got to come to the basketball.
Archibald will try a 3 and hits it.
That was from 26 feet, and it rimmed around.
Williams, he'll try a 3 and hits. No shot clock. Albertson will get the final shot, and they will call timeout with 16.3 seconds remaining. What a game.
Are you kidding me? Williams does not waste a second of time to come back and answer Archibald's 3.
We'll be back with the conclusion of this championship game. We're tied at 61 on Prime.
Jensen Real Estate invites you to Treasure Valley, Idaho, where you can live a lifestyle that is both fun and healthy. The wide range of recreational activities offers you year-round enjoyment. And whether you're buying or selling a home, their agents are knowledgeable in the many ways of financing and purchase negotiations. When you list with Jensen Real Estate, your property can be submitted to the Southwestern Idaho Multiple Listing Service. Jensen Real Estate, dedicated professionals committed to the American dream of private home ownership.
National championship as Damon Archibald from beyond downtown.
Mike, his 4th three-pointer of the second half. Also 18 points in the second half. But we started to see the inbounds for Whitworth. They came right down and scored.
16.3 seconds remaining. Palisco. You see time remaining. Ball's lost out of bounds. It's going to go to Whitworth as Archibald lost it. Coyotes turn it over with 8.2 seconds remaining, and now Whitworth with a chance to win it.
I thought that Todd Williams, already with a game winner to his credit, might break down the defense in a dribble drive. Instead, they tried to force the pass on the wing. And now it's Whitworth's chance to win the game. Clausen in the face of Williams, but money. When you shoot 57% on the season, you've got a confident stroke from that area. And now it's Warren Fredericks. Are you kidding me? Light at the end of the tunnel. I thought if Albertson did anything, they needed to make sure no time was on the clock to give Whitworth a chance. The turnover has resulted in 8.2 seconds for Whitworth offensively.
Plenty of time for the Pirates. Albertson with 16 fouls. So a foul on the Coyotes will result in a 1-and-1. And believe me, a pressure-packed 1-and-1 if it comes down to that. So who do you go to, Coach?
Well, if Wickers has the basketball or Williams, I think you have 2 options with the dribble penetration. Jones and Dunham have both hit 3-pointers in recent possessions for Whitworth. They're confident. They're going to inbound it to Williams.
8.2 remaining in regulation. We went overtime last year in this championship. See if it happens again. Williams driving in, forces one, can't hit it. Palisco with the rebound. And we are going to overtime.
Just like last year.
Well, I can stand it if you can. 61-61 at the end of regulation between Whitworth and Albertson College.
Trust me, there's not that kind of humor. That's a smile of relief for that Albertson sideline. A 5-minute overtime period. And at this moment, both sides can hoist that number 1. Coach Warren Fredericks wasn't going to attempt to make a pass. Why risk a turnover? Instead, give it to Williams, who hit the big three-pointer to tie it. And a little contact, but you're really going to swallow the whistle on that clock winding down shot.
Yeah, you're not going to see a whistle in that situation there.
Or you hope not. Let them play it out in the NAIA National Championship. What we've seen over the years, the officials do indeed let them play.
Great championship action. End of regulations. We get ready for overtime. They'll jump it up at the center circle. Team fouls will carry over into the overtime period. Leading scores, Damon Archibald, huge for Albertson with 27 points to lead the Coyotes. Meanwhile, it's Nate Williams with 17. None bigger than that three-pointer that tied it up late.
Mike, Whitworth never in an overtime game in their entire season. Albertson, to win their Cascade Conference tournament, won 82-80 in overtime. So they've got an OT game to their back pocket in the last 5 games.
Arkills for Whitworth. Lawson for Albertson to jump it up. Pirates with first possession of this first overtime. Dunham working inside. Wickers is open. Hits the top of the backboard, but there's Williams with a rebound. Boy, has he come up huge for the Pirates all night.
Gabe Jones stepped up when he had to.
Jones stripped by Williams, but they're going to call the foul on Todd Williams. That will be his third.
If you don't reach there and you play sound defense, you may have a chance at a defensive rebound. It looked like Jones had traveled, and he did travel. He gave up the pivot foot, walked, and then you reach to help Jones out. A bailout, a bad play defensively.
Gabe Jones, 4 points. But they've all been huge as he gives the lead to the Pirates. Jones with 5. Archibald being guarded by Arkills. Coyotes need to find another offensive option as Archibald's been carrying the load here in the second half. Williams inside.
The spin move, a quick spin by Williams to open things up.
10 points for Todd Williams. Knotted again at 63. Thrown away by Jones. Wanted to hit Dunham in the key. Archibald for 3 and hits!
Are you kidding me? 5 3-pointers in the second half and overtime.
30 points, Damon Archibald.
In front of his father might be the most special.
Dunham working inside. Can't hit it off glass, and Clausen with the board.
Albertson led by 6 at this juncture in regulation. And 3 3-pointers really changed the ultimate outcome and forced this overtime.
Williams isolating, goes inside, shot block. There's Kalisko inside.
And the use of the left hand, despite the block by Wickers, the guard.
Coyotes lead it by 5. Wickers, shot blocked. Clausen with the rejection.
Take care of the basketball if you're Albertson. Look for a special double team. A little jump switch. Defend the wings. You need a stop if you're the Pirates.
Shot clock at 15. Archibald dribble drive. One-hand scoop. Can't hit it.
When the way it's been going, you kind of expected that to roll inside the cylinder.
Dunham Nearly thought about another three. Jones will try it. Dunham with the tip, but it was blocked by Kalisko. Dunham inside, drawing the foul on Jimmy Kalisko of Albertson, his second.
Can you say workhorse and thoroughbred in the form of Nathan Dunham? Watch the battle going on underneath. He tries to follow this up with a shot, but Kalisko the block, and now still the effort. Again, slicing, finding a way, just clawing his way to the basket to be rewarded with a free throw opportunity.
Beckman checking into the lineup for Whitworth. He comes in for Arkills. Dunham just has no quit in him. 68-64 in favor of Albertson.
Dunham only a 68% shooter from the line during the season, but 2 clutch free throws.
Full court pressure from the Pirates again. 3-on-2 opportunity for the Coyotes.
That's a good decision by the senior Jared Clausen.
First overtime in this Division II National Championship game. Shot clock ticking down. We've hit 10. Five seconds on the shot clock. Williams goes in and hits!
He chose the left side of the lane, no help defense. The leaner.
Todd Williams with some big buckets down the stretch. Wickers is open for three. Can't hit it. He went to the floor. No call. Williams will try a three. He can't hit it. Kalisko with the board.
Now it's free throw time. Take care of the basketball for Albertson. Foul the right person if you're Whitworth.
Kalisko down the lane to Clausen inside. Hits the bucket and draws the foul.
On the sidelines, Warren Fredericks, the coach for Whitworth, wants a traveling call on Clausen. And he may want more than that. He's signaling timeout, but it hasn't yet been recognized, and maybe he's holding off on that thought. Let's see if Clausen walks. The dish by Kalisko. A little bunny hop, but you can't really tell from that angle. The finish is what matters.
Foul was on John Beckman as Clausen completing the three-point play. That might have been the play of the game right there. Just over a minute to play, and Albertson up 73-65, and Warren Fredericks will have to call a timeout and talk it over with his Pirates. 1:07 remaining in the game, and the Pirates have to find the three ball in a hurry.
1:07, and this is the worst predicament that they were in regulation. They have knocked down 5 3-pointers in the second half, none in overtime. But Albertson, after trailing, remember the first 2 points, free throws, going to Whitworth to start the overtime. Albertson responds with a 12-2 run for this 8-point lead.
Coach Warren Fredericks trying to get the Pirates to shoot like they did at the end of regulation when they got a couple of big threes from Dunham and Jones, and then Williams with the three-pointer to send it to overtime. They will need it as they trail it by 8. More importantly, it's now a 3-possession game, so the Pirates going to have to get some help defensively or miss free throws from Albertson.
Logically, you have to get a shot, and a good shot. More than anything, you need a score. Get it to a 2-possession game. Sometimes you're tempted when you see a deficit like this to shoot the 3-ball and maybe force it. If you can score, you maybe have a chance to then put on some full court pressure, but you got to score in a hurry for the Pirates.
Both teams with 8 fouls, so still in the 1-and-1 bonus. Beckman thought about the three.
Everybody on the perimeter. They're looking to score from the three.
Wickers hits!
How do you give that up if you're Albertson? Force the 2.
Ebright fouled in the backcourt by Jones, his third. Now, if you're Coach Marty Hawley, you got to be wondering why give up the 3-ball.
Why give up the 3 as regulation was winding down with Williams knocking one down, 25 seconds left, and now you give up 3 to Wickers. If you overplay and force a drive to the hoop.
Big 1-and-1 situation here, Sean. as Taylor Ebright, who has struggled at the line in this tournament.
But when you hear the sound of nylon and the cord ripping, you may even get a smile when it's all said and done from that man, Marty Hawley.
Huge free throw by Ebright, making it a 6-point game, 51 seconds remaining.
This makes it 3 possession, and he converts.
Ebright now with 7. Ball knocked out of bounds by Todd Williams of Albertson. 48.2 seconds remaining now, 75-68, Albertson College. Jones for 3. Can't hit it, here come the Coyotes. Archibald gonna draw the foul. What a duel between those two ball players. Archibald and Jones all night going at it.
I like Damon Archibald, but he was probably thinking dunk. Jones, not dunk when he's doing the pirouette, and Jones making sure. There was some players off balance, but both held up, and I love the respect, the sportsmanship we've seen throughout the tournament. Not a lot of trash talk and just play on the court.
10th team foul on the Pirates, so Archibald will get 2 shots. The lead back to 8. And Damon Archibald, what a performance tonight. 32 points for Damon Archibald. Pressure on the perimeter. Pirates can't get a shot. Beckman thought about the 3, instead dishes inside, and Dunham will get the layup.
Still 3 possession, though, because they only get 2.
Time running down. They may have waited too long, as Todd Williams will go to the line. Foul on Nate Williams, his 3rd, but just 19 seconds remaining, and the Albertson Coyote fans starting to sense their first national championship.
You can't say that enough if you're a Yotes fan. The Pirates don't want to hear word of it.
Everything bouncing the Coyotes' way now.
Mike, they missed 3 of 5 free throws. Excuse me, 3 of 5 in regulation. They are now 7 for 7 in overtime. Make it 8 for 8.
The lead at 9. Wickers for 3. Lawson with the loose ball, and he'll be fouled in the backcourt. And that may just do it right there.
The tears of joy.
Eight national tournaments since 1984, and Marty Hawley's going to get his first national championship.
And when they say nice guys finish last, I don't think so. Nice guys just take their time getting to the top, and Marty Hawley has waited. And then the other side of the picture.
Lawson salting it away, 81-70. Williams one more time on the baseline, no quitting him. And that nearly fell for Archibald, but the Albertson College Coyotes, your 1996 NAIA Division II national champions.
That's about all Damon Archibald missed in the second half. And if that had gone down, oh, so apropos. And it was everything but in, the rim out at half court.
81-72 the final. Back to wrap it up here from Montgomery Fieldhouse, here on Prime. Continues here at Montgomery Fieldhouse on the campus of Northwest Nazarene College as Albertson College of Idaho winning their first NAIA Division II national championship. They win it by a final of 81-72. Just a great basketball game, Sean McCall.
Like, terrific game. Both teams deserving of this. Albertson had that 12-2 run in overtime. That was the difference. They also knocked down 10 of 10 free throws in overtime. The celebration continues.
Damon Archibald's 32 leading the way. Final score again, 81-72 in overtime. This Division II championship brought to you by McHugh Sports and Domino's Pizza, and also by Jensen Realty, celebrating their 50th anniversary with offices in Boise, Eagle, and Caldwell, Idaho. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors, as well as Whitworth College would like to thank Safeway Supply Incorporated, Sedgwick James of Washington, and U.S. Bank up in Spokane for all of their support for tonight's telecast. Final again, 81-72, Albertson College winning the national championship in overtime. Good night, everybody.
It was a big day for celebrating in Caldwell.
Albertson College won its first national championship last night with an overtime win against Whitworth. The school has long been known for its academic success and is now enjoying athletic recognition.
Marty has a focus on academic strength from his students. Gosh, we've got 4-point pre-meds playing not off the bench, but starting, and we have outstanding young men.
We're proud of them. We're proud of the city of Caldwell. My assistant this morning said this is a championship city, and we're going to make it even a better city in the future, and this is just a big help to us.
Students say the championship has boosted school pride and spirit. Yeah, really.
Neat to see.
That's exciting.
Well, Scott's here. Now,
Now, no question about it, the Coyotes are number one. Their 81-72 overtime win against Whitworth last night, culminating a 31-3 season and a 5-game run to the national crown. Head coach Marty Holly said it was a community effort.
All I can say is we've succeeded over the years because of you, because of a faculty, because of a president, because of staff and students who understand what a good athletic program will do to an institution, especially one our size. I plan to coach here about 2 more years. Contrary to the rumors, I am not quitting.
All right, now I hadn't heard the rumors, but while Marty is not quitting, maybe he should have quit while he was ahead today, because right after the talk there, Holly allowed his members of his national championship team to shave his head. Apparently, in his quest for a national crown, Marty promised to have his shaved. And although he couldn't remember that he did that, he did live up to the agreement. Assistant coach Mark Owen also shaved his head, and neither would have had it any other way. Way to go, Marty. Your wife loves it. Well, the NCAA basketball
Town was celebrating a huge victory.
the Coyotes of Albertson College became the NAIA Men's Division II basketball champs. Bringing home the trophy has the campus and the town on cloud 9. Here's Tom Jensen.
I was crying. I cried 3 times before the game, and I cried once after the game.
Emotions are running high at Albertson College after the school brought home Idaho's first ever 4-year college basketball national championship. Even in the classroom, where ACI has already gained recognition as one of the country's best liberal arts schools.
There's a real palpable excitement, and the professors are a little bit more upbeat. It's great. Everybody's really excited. We had a pretty big party last night.
There's a lot of energy in the air, and everybody's pumped up and really excited. I think it's going to last a little while.
And it says national champions. How about it?
It's not just a victory for students and athletes. It's a victory for a town. Caldwell has been fighting for respect in the media in recent days. Respect it says it deserves. The city feels it today. Just ask the mayor.
Absolutely. You go any place in town today, and everybody's going to tell you how great it is, how wonderful it is, and how proud they are that Caldwell is accomplishing what it's accomplishing.
The accomplishments of 6 Rhodes Scholars, Truman Scholars, an Academy Award, and a Pulitzer Prize.
I love Albertson College.
Now the tiny school and small town have a national championship and the pride of a giant. Tom Jensen, Channel 6 News.
Mayor Dick Winder proclaimed March 12th through the 19th Albertson College Week, and the school has been invited to the governor's office for another proclamation.
It's a thrill for them.
Get across the timeline. 4 seconds left. 3 seconds left. The jumper at the buzzer. Good. It's down. It's good. Let's put it down. Holy smokes, the Coyotes win it. Coyotes are going to to be the 1996 NAIA Division II National Men's Basketball Champions. Into front court, to the right side. The three is on the way. It is no good. The rebound, Whitworth. The putback, Whitworth is good. 1.5 seconds to go. Let the celebration begin. The Coyotes are the national champions as they defeat Whitworth in overtime, 81-72. They are 31-3 on the year, and they brought home the whole ball of wax tonight as the Coyotes win it 81-72. Can you believe it?
You're unbelievable. Pushing down the resin, bringing out your high self, think of the fun song. Pushing down the battlefield instead of bringing the attitudes to walk the world and have to pick your attitude, brace yourself. It's great to be, I know this world and what it seems. It's unbelievable. You burden me with your questions, you help me tell no lies. You'll always ask what it's all about, so listen to my reply. You say to me I don't talk enough, but when I do I'm a fool. These times I've spent I've realized you should prove I need you. The things you say, your past just give you away. The things you say, in thought I love you more. The things you say, your past just give you away. The things you say, you're unbelievable. You're so unbelievable. You're unbelievable.
This moment is why Marty Hawley has spent his time coaching basketball. He has watched a lifetime of chances, but on this night, the head man's chance of a lifetime comes through by winning the NAIA national title.
We've had 6 Rhodes Scholars since 1954, but this gets us the recognition athletically, and I couldn't be prouder of this group of young men.
The contest, as you might expect, featured the unexpected. Damon Archibald bombing this long three late in the game looked to seal the deal. But Whitworth had one more three left, sending this championship to overtime. The extra frame started the way of Whitworth, but when the clock struck midnight, this fairy tale season went just as Albertson College had planned, with a magic carpet ride and a first ever national basketball title for the state of Idaho.
I'm so happy, I'm crying. I'm high, I'm low. It seems like it just puts a cherry on top of, you know, a 23-year-old's life.
Yeah, I mean, I won this game more than anything. I've been dreaming about this for 4 years. We've come close, but haven't got there. I wasn't going to let it slip away.